The first little girl to play with Barbie rewires the universe suddenly. Every woman on screen is Barbie, and Barbie is every woman. She morphs from swimsuit mannequin into money-earning, house-owning, career-commanding icon, proving women can be anything. Now, in Barbieland's candy-colored paradise, one Barbie wakes in perpetual pink, waves to her crew, and plays chess by the pool with effortless confidence. The air hums with triumph until a flicker of doubt crosses her flawless smile. Dawn breaks in Barbieland as pink-clad dolls spin in perfect sync, chanting that pink goes with everything. A narrator declares, "This is a place where imagination teleports Barbie anywhere, no stairs needed." Lizzo's beat pulses while Barbie strides past construction workers, sidesteps discontinued Midge, accepts twin Nobel Prizes for journalism and literature, then drops a bombshell: money is not speech. The crowd gasps, then erupts in applause. Still, beneath the glitter, something shifts in her posture as she glances at her own reflection. A lone voice cuts through the neon-bright chaos. Emotion and logic together magnify true strength. Then, the scene snaps to Barbieland, where every greeting rings, "Hi, Barbie," like a cult chant. Ken's existence hinges on her glance, his ice cream smile masking the ache of invisibility. A clumsy beach faceplant ignites a testosterone duel, Ken strutting and trash-talking until Barbie's cool diplomacy diffuses the storm. Alan stands bemused at the edge of the choreographed madness, the only non-multiple in a world of perfect multiples. The pastel parade swirls on, yet the cracks are already showing. Barbie reassures Ken after a surf wipeout that instant healing is normal here. Then she invites him to a blowout party where every doll sings and dances in perfect sync. Spotlights glitter as they trade compliments, land flips, and declare life in Barbieland an endless string of best days ever. The music swells, nothing can shake their flawless joy. Still, as Ken grins at her, Barbie's smile falters for half a second. The crowd doesn't notice, but the camera lingers on her fingers tapping the champagne flute just a little too hard. From now until forever, every day is Barbie's day until she blurts, "You guys ever think about dying?" The dream house shakes as she shrugs it off with a dance. Ken begs to sleep over, but she boots him out. It's girls' night, not Ken's dream house. President Barbie arrives, slumber party screams erupt, and chants of girls' night, drown every dark thought. By sunrise, the pink world reboots with birdsong and music. Yet as the Barbies smile, one question lingers in the air. Why does death keep sneaking into their perfect day? A perfect pink dawn in Barbieland turns surreal when Barbie's tiptoe stance collapses into flat-footed reality. Breakfast burns, bad breath lingers, and her peers gasp in horror she's malfunctioning. The verdict is swift. Seek Weird Barbie, the splits-posed outcast who alone can restore perfection. The other dolls recoil as Barbie stumbles toward the edge of their world, her once flawless reflection now warped in the dreamhouse mirror. The scent of scorched toast clings to her as she steps into the unknown. Weird Barbie's quirky host greets stereotypical Barbie with a barking dog and a hard truth. Her flat feet and intrusive thoughts of death have torn a rift between Barbieland and the real world. Cellulite blooms on her thigh, proof of the emotional collapse bleeding through. To heal, Barbie must cross into the real world, find the sad girl bonded to her, and mend the child's pain before both spiral into messy humanity. Barbie hesitates. She's the classic doll, not the adventurous kind. Then the portal hums to life, and the scent of gasoline and asphalt drifts through. Barbie is hustled through a ludicrous transport chain: sports car, speedboat, rocket, tandem bike, all hurtling toward Los Angeles. She teases Ken for chickening out, trades playful bets with beach pals, and promises heroic returns with perfect feet. The engine roars as she rolls away singing, everyone shouting luck and cellulite warnings into her fading anthem. The neon lights of the city loom ahead, but Barbie's grin never wavers, even as the first raindrop splatters on her windshield, smudging the pink horizon behind her. Barbie slams the brakes on her dream wagon and reluctantly lets Ken climb aboard. They rocket through glittering nothingness and land laughing on sun-blasted concrete. Wolf whistles rain down nice leotard, turning her wonder into queasy self-consciousness. Ken basks in what he thinks is adoration until Barbie calmly informs the gawkers that neither doll possesses the equipment they're imagining. The humans freeze. Then the duo strides deeper into the real world, Barbie's heels clicking against pavement that's nothing like the smooth pink roads of home. Barbie trudges past a swaggering construction zone where lunchbelt bros slap skin and bark. "Brian, do it, bro!" She raids a clothing store fringe, denim, leotard until a clerk yells pay. The dolls bolt laughing with stolen threads. Weird Barbie's clue spins in her head, fineness girl. Then Ken vanishes into a testosterone echo chamber of man, upchants and ROI brags. A celebratory gunshot rings out. Barbie stands alone on the sidewalk, the weight of the stolen clothes suddenly heavy in her arms. The city's noise pressing in. Barbie and Ken roller skate through Santa Monica as miles away, a lover's spat erupts into lunatic slurs. Playground voices shout, "Barbie! Barbie!" Two execs blurt, "She's at school, let's go!" Then the FBI calls Mattel. Agent Dan snarls that 2 rogue dolls are loose and demands corporate help landing the Eagle. The phone slams down. Barbie doesn't hear it. She's too busy watching a mother and daughter argue on a bench, their voices sharp with the kind of pain she's never known. The skate wheels rattle over cracks in the pavement. Aaron Dinkins races past pastel corridors humming, "Closer I am to fine," clutching sketches of Death Barbie and Cellulite Barbie. He crashes the C-Suite Sparkle Summit, whispering warnings about a life-size Barbie loose in Los Angeles. Boardroom panic erupts memories of the Skipper Key West fiasco flare. The corporate cry rises, shove the errant doll back into the box before reality discovers she exists. A single drop of coffee trembles on the table's edge, ready to spill. The execs don't notice. They're too busy staring at the security feed where a pink blur moves through the city streets. The school bell rings as a clairvoyant kid steps toward Davy Crockett Junior High, anxiety blooming without a face. In the hall, a boy points to Sasha, the untouchable queen. Then, a radiant stranger strides up laughing, declaring herself Barbie, the Nobel-winning Dr. Lawyer Senator toy. The clique snorts that they ditched dolls at 5, then unleashes 50 years of feminist rage. Barbie's smile falters. The bell rings again, but this time it echoes inside her head, drowning out the voices shouting fascist and planet trasher. Barbie storms a corporate lobby demanding a powerful job, only to be told she needs degrees, not a Y chromosome. She mocks the hidden patriarchy, fails to bluff her way into surgery or lifeguarding, and sobs when called a fascist. Then, black-clad Mattel agents sweep her into an ominous truck. 2 bystanders shrug that the brand guarantees her safety. Inside the truck, Barbie presses her face against the window, watching the city blur into streaks of color, none of them pink. Sasha's mom, Gloria, barrels toward Mattel HQ, convinced she's Barbie. Security hauls her inside where pastel execs swarm her with mineral water and beg for FaceTime. They promise climbing into a pink crate will mend reality and ship her back to Barbieland, no need to fetch Ken. Gloria hesitates, then asks who runs the matriarchy. The answer, men in titled seats who brag about gender-neutral loos. She roars, "Get in the box, you Jezebel," then mutters, "She hasn't been boxed in ages." The crate's lid creaks as it seals shut. Somewhere a phone rings unanswered. The moment Barbie inhales the familiar scent, childhood memories flood back. She sweet-talks her guards into one last mirror check, then slips down the hall. The CEO barks, "Get that Barbie!" Sirens scream, boots thunder, clerks crash over cubicles until a hidden kitchen door sighs shut behind her. A calm woman offers tea, eyes narrowing, "You look different." The kettle whistles. Barbie's fingers trace the rim of the chipped mug, her reflection warped in its dark liquid. The woman's voice drops to a whisper, "They've been looking for you." Ruth, the cleaning lady, quietly points Barbie to a stairwell as alarms blare and suited guards shout for key cards. Barbie dives into a getaway car driven by 2 panicked teens who can't believe they're smuggling a life-size doll. In the back seat, Barbie turns to the girl beside her, Sasha, the lonely kid who once drew heartbreaking sketches of death and cellulite. Their twin, hello, hello echoes. The car lurches forward, tires screeching. Sasha's breath catches as Barbie's hand brushes hers, both of them trembling, sheepish, joyful. The city lights blur past the window. A frazzled mom peels her scowling daughter Sasha out of the real world's dead-end cynicism. Everyone hates women. The planet is broken. She floors the minivan, confesses she skipped her lone raffle cruise because duty swallowed her life, and vows this one insane detour follow Barbie. They strap on rollerblades and blast straight toward the pink horizon where women run everything. The first chasing stranger already asks which way they rolled. Gloria's laughter rings out as the wind whips through her hair, the wheels humming against the pavement like a heartbeat. They race to Barbieland, expecting pink perfection, only to find the president chugging brewski beer, the Supreme Court cheering, and dream houses standing transparent. Every Barbie owns one while Ken's drift homeless. Then Ken seizes a mansion, rebrands it the Mojo Dojo Casa House, and the world snaps up the swagger on shirts and mugs. The girls watch their realm flip upside down. A Ken struts past, his leather jacket squeaking. The scent of beer and burnt popcorn hangs in the air. Barbie's fingers tighten around her rollerblade straps as she realizes this isn't a glitch, it's a coup. The Kens, drunk on brewski beers and their new patriarchal swagger, celebrate turning Barbieland into Kendom. Ken boasts that out in the real world, strangers once asked him for the time. Executive number 2 races to reopen the portal. The errant doll must be retrieved, or the dream-powered order of 2 worlds collapses. A beer can crushes underfoot. Ken's voice slurs as he declares he could rule here without MBAs or swim lessons. Ken demands to be called Mr. Ken, President Prime Minister. He recaps the Ken's breakthroughs, climaxing with his Nobel Prize in horses. Supporters chant his name as he announces a vote to rewrite the Constitution government for, of, and by the Kens. Barbie protests that Barbieland was built by Barbie dreams, but Ken coldly evicts her, stripping her of treasured outfits. The Kens cheer. Back in the human world, Barbie's mother and daughter try to comfort her until Barbie whispers she never wanted change. The mother answers softly, "Life is change." A single disco bell bottom lies crumpled on the floor. A Barbie cracks, whispering that real life's terrifying mess isn't her story. She'll sit and wait for another leader doll to fix everything. Her companion calls her a quitter and walks away. Then, a snarky TV pitch introduces depression. Barbie, sweatpants, doom scrolling, starburst binges, anxiety sold separately. The doll awakens, pronounces herself ugly, and gets dragged off stage. Between Joni Mitchell flickers and a pirate radio takeover of Ken's anthem, Alan begs secrecy. He's plotting escape before the Kens learn to build their walls sideways. His shoes squeak as he tiptoes toward the exit, the leather couch groaning behind him. Alan's escape plan collapses when Barbie's friends block the exit, blaming her real-world trip for the chaos. They shrug that nobody would notice Alan sneaking out after all. Even the 5th member of NSYNC once vanished. So Alan hijacks a hollow plastic car and, mid-chase, persuades a despairing creator that her weird, dark, crazy drawings can still rescue Barbieland. After a brawl against waves of identical Alans, the gang races back, following Weird Barbie's split-leg invitation. The clock ticks down to the Ken's 48-hour coup. A single plastic wheel spins loose on the pavement. Mattel bins a parade of misfit dolls, growing up Skipper with her inflatable breasts, Barbie Video Girl with a TV in her back. A proud dad nicknamed Daddy parades his discontinued treasure, Sugar, and her magic earring. Barbie insists she's not dead, only mid-existential spiral. She whispers to a friend that she's no longer stereotypically pretty, smart, or capable enough to fly planes or sit on the Supreme Court. Her despair ignites a raw litany of impossible contradictions. Be thin yet healthy, rich yet silent, boss yet gentle until the chorus of rules becomes too hard. A single tear splashes onto the plastic relic in her hands. Stung by the confession that patriarchy ties women in knots, Barbie wakes from her trance and credits the book she forgot she wrote. Hailed by her human allies, she accepts that exposing this cognitive dissonance robbed it of power. Yet the Kens still rule. The team unrolls a homemade map and hatches a plan, turn damsel in distress cliches against the Kens. A decoy Barbie lures the men by pretending to be helpless and confused about Photoshop. The women rehearse gentle ways to swat male egos. Somewhere, a clock chimes. The deadline looms, but the room buzzes with the hum of a sharpened pencil against paper. The president strides in as the rescued Barbies are drafted as living decoys who've never seen The Godfather. The room erupts into a cinephile sermon on Coppola and 70s studio architecture. The women rehearse swatting male egos, trading lab coats for pants, and coaching every Barbie to act hopeless at sports. Sunrise nears, the Kens will vote to rewrite the Constitution. The final gambit ignites, turn the swaggering boys against one another, twist the knife of unrequited affection. A volleyball bounces once, twice, then lies still. The women exchange glances. Ken welcomes you into Kendamland with a guitar in hand. He strums an anthem of doubt and craving, inviting you to watch. Just as the song peaks, a phone buzzes and a sly text flashes. The mother who plotted this sting whispers that the dream will be ripped away at the height of their joy. Ken's voice cracks on the high note. The Kens sway, their leather jackets rustling like dry leaves. A single string on the guitar hums after the last chord fades, vibrating with the tension of what comes next. Sasha's mother whispers that they can turn the Kens against each other. While they fight, the women will reclaim Barbieland. The title of long-term distance casual low-commitment girlfriend is mocked. War is declared not against the Barbies, but the other Kens. Tennis rackets and volleyballs become weapons. 10 o'clock is set because they want to sleep in. Ken laments he's always number 2, forever friend-zoned. He rallies his brothers with a roar and charges toward Malibu Beach. The chorus taunts. Phew. But the old order collapses. They destroy themselves as a lone voice shouts to restore the forgotten Constitution. Alarms scream hornet's nest, and a flank collapses with the impossible report I got shot, though the weapons are fake. Ken, bruised but electric, croons that he aches to taste real love. He belts the anthem of blonde fragility. I'm just Ken, then roars self-worth and invites the world to check me out. The last note hangs in the air. Ken's forgotten vote day slams into a Barbieland referendum. Every voice shouts, "I to keep the realm pink, perfect, dream houses sparkle, brains reboot, and the Ken's castles are scrubbed of macho myths." Stunned Kens scramble for an enemy, find none. Ken crumples, admitting ruling felt hollow once horses vanished. Barbie kneels and offers quiet solidarity. The first fragile sorry drifts between them. The wind carries it across the newly mowed lawn, where the scent of fresh-cut grass mingles with the last traces of beer and burnt rubber. The sun dips lower, painting everything in gold. Ken apologizes for taking Barbie for granted, admitting he only exists when she looks at him. She gently insists he must discover who Ken is without her listing all the things he is not. His eyes widen as he realizes with astonished joy, Ken is me. He stops caring about being Ken, misses his friend Barbie, and hands her a gift. Their laughter rings out, bright and unguarded. The gift wraps crinkles in his grip as he holds it out to her, the last light of the day catching the edges of the paper. A panting exec drags in the long-canceled midge, sparking the CEO's wild wish for Ticklefest board meetings. The Barbie's triumph lets him keep his title until the CEO, now mockingly called Mother, meets a wall of refusal. No more shadows for any, Barbie, Ken, or Alan. Apologies fly, weird Barbie claims sanitation in the cabinet, and the Kens bargain for robes on a lower court. The narrator winks that true parody is still distant. A final revolt erupts. Ordinary Barbie morphs from ridiculed idea to hot seller. The portal home begins to seal. Ruth, the real. Ruth Handler, the 5'0" inventor of Barbie, laughs and admits the whole point was that Barbie would never have to end. Barbie confesses she no longer feels like stereotypical Barbie, unsure what she's good at now. Ruth reminds her she helped save Barbieland and heal the mother and daughter, then delivers the kicker. Humans get only one ending, but ideas live forever. Barbie breathes steady and resolves to become one of the meaning makers. The office clock ticks softly in the background, its hands moving forward for the first time in decades. Barbie begs Ruth to let her trade perfection for messy, mortal imagination, only to learn that the woman who sketched her never held the puppet strings. Hands clasped, Barbie steps off the pastel shelf and walks out of Barbieland. The plastic world shrinks behind her as she enters the sun-bleached sprawl of Los Angeles. Her first human breath catches in her throat. The soundtrack flips from brash anthems to a haunting melody, sealing the moment her unwritten story begins. A gull cries overhead, its wings cutting sharp against the sky. After a teary bilingual pep talk, Barbara Hamler strides into the clinic alone. Her parents' final, "We love you" still echoes as she signs in and declares to the receptionist she's there to see her gynecologist. The soundtrack shifts, the door clicks shut behind her, and the fluorescent lights hum like a held note. She smooths her top one last time, her fingers lingering on the fabric. The receptionist's pen hovers over the appointment book, poised to write the first line of Barbara's new